breaking news.
That breaking news tonight, a house fire in southwest Charlotte.
Yeah, fire crews are at the home on Fieldstone Trace. This is in the Steel Creek area. It's not far from the state line near Lake Wiley, not far from TGK at all.
Our Dalford Jones just got there. So Dalford, is anyone hurt? What can you tell us here?
Siobhan, yes, there are injuries, at least two according to medic, one with minor injuries, another with serious but is in stable condition. I can tell you this is an incredibly active scene, at least a dozen fire trucks from all over the Charlotte area and South Carolina, including police officers from CMPD. I want to give you a look at what's happening here behind us. So if you look in the distance, it's that house right in the center of your screen. You can see one of the ladders from the fire engines is reaching up above, and a firefighter, in fact, at that window. And one of the injuries we do understand is a local firefighter. I cannot confirm which department, but can tell you that fire officials tell us that he was trapped inside and is en route to a hospital. That was about 10 or 15 or so minutes ago. So we do know that, again, this is an active scene. In fact, moments ago, we saw medic officials rolling someone out of here on a stretcher. Now, that was prior to them reporting that there were 2 injuries, so there may be more. Good news here is neighbors tell me that the family who lives here was able to get out, which is some of the best news we can get tonight. And we do understand that that firefighter is en route to a hospital. It could be that that's serious but a stable condition. We're going to keep a close eye on this one. We spoke to one of the firefighters from the Charlotte area. He's serving as the media relations person on this breaking news. He tells us, again, active scene. There's still a lot of moving parts. Dynamic tentacles is the phrase he used to describe this situation tonight. But he has promised to come back to us, circle back once he sorts of gets his bearings and is able to give us a report on what caused this fire and additional details about injuries and more. We'll be sure to let you know once we get more details. Until then, Dalford Jones in Charlotte, WBTV on your side.